welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into research on the leopard. I just started my first print club and the first print of the month is of this beautiful leopard surrounded by orchids. But I don't just want to put out a print every month, I want it to be a little bit educational as well. So that's why in today's vlog we're going to spend some time learning about leopards, and then I'm going to create a kind of field guide artwork that I will end up including with my prints in my print club. So if you want to learn more about leopards, then come along with me and let's see what we learn. I'm going to start off with doing a little bit of research online. I already watched one documentary about leopards while I painted my piece, and that was really fun, but I don't feel like I got the full picture about everything about leopards from that. But it was a really fun watch because the narrator is the voice actor who played Scar in The Lion King, so it was really engaging to listen to. I've spent a bit of time reading up about leopards and got some pretty interesting facts so far. So I think I should have just about enough to start making my little field guide artwork, and I'm just going to be making that on a little 5x7 watercolor paper. But I thought I would share a few facts about leopards as promised. So leopards, their scientific name is Panthera pardus, and there are 9 subspecies of leopards, and they're distinguished by their unique coats. Their coat colors can range, and so that distinguishes different species. Black panthers are just leopards with recessive melanistic genes. I had no idea that black panthers were leopards, so that was a cool fact to learn. Their body's covered in black rosettes. They are circular in East African leopards and square in South African leopards. And then they do have solid black spots on their chest, feet, and face, and then they have rings on their tail. Their lifespan, 10 to 12 years in the wild and up to 23 years in captivity. Reproduction, they are promiscuous. Both males and females have multiple mates, and gestation is about 2 to 5 months, and females can have about 2 to 3 cubs. They're nocturnal and mostly solitary. They're really good swimmers. They can run up to 60 kilometers an hour and jump more than 6 meters horizontally or 3 meters vertically. They do compete for food with lions, tigers, spotted hyenas, and African wild dogs. And then I was reading that they're really good climbers, and they actually have some kind of advanced, or they have some differences in their shoulders. Their shoulder blades have special attachment sites for stronger climbing muscles. And I was reading that in order to keep their food away from lions and hyenas, who will often steal them from them, they will haul their food up into a tree and feed up in the tree. And I've actually saw that on the documentary I watched, and it's kind of wild to watch them carry like a zebra up into a tree. It's crazy. Threats, mostly habitat loss and just human activity in general. Conflict between humans has been a major decline in their population, as well as people poach them for their beautiful fur and turn them into coats and ceremonial robes. So I believe that they're currently listed as near threatened. I'll have to double check the sources to see if that's still the case, but that is what one source said. And then habitat ranges quite a lot. Desert and semi-desert regions, arid regions, savanna grasslands, mountainous environments, rainforests, and then sometimes some urban areas. And as far as conservation goes, it looks like some of the biggest things that organizations are doing is, one, just studying the leopard more, trying to understand them better, and then they're also trying to work closely with communities who come in contact with leopards a lot and set up preventative measures to protect livestock, because next to the like poaching issue, leopards are killed mostly for killing livestock. But I think I have plenty of information now to start putting together my little field journal card, so I think we're going to switch over to making some art. I just finished sketching and writing out my, I think I'm calling it a field journal. Is that the right terminology? I think so. Anyway, here's how it's looking. Now I just want to add a little bit of color. I'm going to go in with some watercolor and just make it colorful. And then I can bring it into the computer and try printing some out. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna put a little QR code like sticker on the back of them that will go to another web page that has links to additional information about leopards, so that if somebody who receives the animal for that month of my mail club, if they are particularly interested in it, they can find out even more information about the subject. But this is how it's looking so far. I am gonna make this smaller, probably like half this size, to go with it, but I need to keep the envelope under an ounce, so I don't want to go too crazy. But I'm also going to be printing it probably on just regular printer paper for the actual inserts. But let's go ahead and add some color to this. Here's how it turned out with the color. I think it's so cute. I just scanned it into my computer, so I'm going to look at sizing and try printing some out and see how they look. I printed them out and I think they're pretty cute. This is the size. Here's the comparison. So this is a 5x7, and so I just made it a bit smaller to go with everything, but I feel like it's readable, and I do wish the color was just a little bit better, but when I print it for the actual shipments, I'll play around with the settings a little bit. My printer was being a little weird, so come on, focus. There you go. So it's not bad, it's just it is a little bit lighter than I was hoping. Even the writing, like the black writing, is kind of more of like a dark gray, so I'll probably play around with that setting, but overall I'm pretty happy. I'll show you what it will all look like together. So I haven't received my prints yet, so this is the original, so it might look slightly different, but basically you'd get the print, the little field journal insert, you would get my little letter, which I also hand painted the border to look like leopard print. Maybe a little abstract like leopard print, but you get the idea. Oh, and then the sticker, which I also hand painted. This is a leopard orchid, which I thought went great with the leopard, and because I put orchids in the original, but I think that's looking so cute. I'm sorry, my camera keeps like not focusing. I film on a G7X and that is like a known issue, so it's just kind of annoying. But anyway, I believe that is about everything. Now I'm just kind of waiting to receive the prints, the postcard prints that I ordered. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in signing up for my mail club to receive the leopard print and everything that goes with it, you can sign up at the link I'll leave below. And just make sure you sign up by March 15th if you want to receive the leopard print. Otherwise, your first shipment will be next month, and I have yet to decide what the theme is for next month. But thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I'll talk to you soon.